Hello, and thank you for having me as part of the Coffee with the Community event today. My name is Robert Vogelaar. I'm Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources here in the Liberty School District, and I'm delighted to share with all of you a certificated staffing summary. Every January of each year, I give a full staffing summary to our Board of Education, but today I'm going to limit that to our certificated staffing summary. These are the staff that make up our classroom teachers, our librarians, administrators, counselors, etc., that make up Liberty Public Schools certificated staff. So today, what I'm going to explore through this presentation is the hiring season that we're in currently, what a hiring season looks like, what our candidates can expect as a result of seeking employment with Liberty Public Schools. We'll take a look at the new certificated staff that we hired all through last year's hiring season who are in their first year with Liberty Public Schools to give you a sense of what they do for us and from where they came. And then third and finally, we're going to take a look at our overall certificated staff, how the new certificated staff in their first year, the ones that we're going to be hiring in this hiring season, all fit within the frame of our current certificated staff of classroom teachers, librarians, counselors, and administrators. So our new season begins. When I talk about a new hiring season that begins, the reason for that is it's typical in a school system to use the spring semester predominantly to seek out candidates for positions. This is typically the season when practicing teachers are giving notice of an intent to resign. They're out on the job market looking for work. And then, of course, students that are in college who are graduating in May are in this season doing their student teaching and applying for positions with school districts in and around the region. And so this is really our hiring season primarily. And if you're a candidate looking to work in Liberty Public Schools, this is what you can expect to encounter. We in our school system, at least, we interview every certificated applicant who applies for a job in Liberty at least twice. So a lot of times when I was going through the hiring process, you know, put out my resume and letter of interest to a school system, and sometimes I would hear things, sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes it would result in interviews, and sometimes they wouldn't. For us, every person that applies for a certificated position in Liberty Public Schools will get interviewed at least twice. Now, to accomplish that, because of the volume of applications that we receive, we enlist the help of Gallup. Gallup is an organization you're probably familiar with. Gallup surveys. They do a lot of social science research for a variety of industries. And in education, they have created a set of interview questions that we use. One is called Teacher Insight. For counselors, we use Support Insight. And for administrators, we use Principal Insight. And these interview tools, an applicant would go online, they would log in, and they would answer about 100 or so questions. These interview questions then would compare them to applicants across the country. And in the case of classroom teachers, it's about 250,000 applicants across the country that are interviewed using this Teacher Insight tool. And then we get results with that applicant that show how they fared in comparison to those 250,000 applicants across the nation. Obviously, the candidates that interview the best are at the front of that distribution curve and form the front of the line, and those who don't answer those questions as well are at the back end of that interview curve nationally, and they end up being in the back of our line as we interview applicants. Then, as a second layer of interviews, every person that applies for a position in Liberty Public Schools will go to sparkhire.com, and they will answer questions that we refer to as FIT interview questions. FIT stands for Further Insight into Talent. This is also a Gallup tool, and it allows us to have a second round of interview data on every applicant that applies for a certificated position in our district. And it's the combination of these two data sets that create a line at the door of the strongest talent on down to the least strongest talent vying for positions with Liberty Public Schools. This, in combination with a candidate's certification area, their prior experience, other information on their resume and job application, all form the basis for our hiring recommendations in the district, and who we call in for third or fourth or fifth round interviews after that. What I like about the Gallup tools is that they use statistically valid and reliable interview questions that compare candidates against research-based quality indicators that create for us this line at the door and make up the best use of our principals and assistant principals' time and vision for their schools to fill those positions. So let's take a look at last year, how that process that we deploy in our school system reflected or was impacted by the applications that we received on the certificated side of the spectrum. So all certificated applications, this is trend line data, so for the 2021 school year, our current school year, we had 1,304 applications of people who applied for certificated positions in our district, and you see that trend over time. And you'll notice around 2010, 11, 12, there was a very large increase in our number of applications. And for those of you who remember, we were in what many have coined as the Great Recession in the late 2008, 9, 10 school year, and that Great Recession made its way into the public sector employment, and a lot of school districts were having to reduce their instructional force as a result of the economic downturn of that window, and that put a lot of very highly talented, very capable educators out on the job market. And so that's an artificial bump of applications. If you were to remove that, you would tend to see right around 1,500 or so applications is the mean of what Liberty Public Schools has seen. That's been pretty consistent over time. We did see last year a little bit of a drop in the number of applications, and I think that was due to the onset of COVID-19 and the shutdowns. Created a lot of economic uncertainty in the spring, which is typically when our hiring season is, and that uncertainty led a lot of educators to hold on to their jobs. You didn't see a lot of teachers, counselors, administrators, librarians, etc. out looking for work because of the economic uncertainty. They held on to their jobs where they were, and as a result we saw fewer applications. The good news is we also had fewer need to hire because we also were seeing our own employees hanging onto their jobs during that economic uncertainty that came at the onset of COVID-19 and the shutdowns along those trends. From elementary side of the equation, so this is pre-K through 5th grade, these are the number of applications Liberty Public Schools has received over time for elementary positions. We have 11 elementary schools in an early childhood. And so there's a large number of our 19 total school systems are made up in that elementary grade. And you see that same kind of balloon that occurred right around the Great Recession when there were a lot of talented teachers on the job market. But by and large, the median number of applications tend to be around 400 to 500 or so on the elementary side of the equation. On the secondary side of the equation, the other certificated applications, we see that same kind of trend. Significant drop in 2021, again, because of COVID-19 and the shutdowns, creating that economic uncertainty that resulted in a lot of educators holding on to their jobs, including educators in our own school system as well. So this trend certainly is not something that's too concerning to us. This up and down movement of applications on the whole, not too concerning to us because we see the anomalies that are at play at contributing to those offsets in the number of applications. What we're really interested in is when is the best time to strike in terms of getting at the highest quality talent in the applicant pool. And the data that I've got here on this slide shows the quantity of applications that we've received by month during our hiring season. Of course, we hire all year long, but the hiring season really swells in January, February, March, and April. During that window, what we consider the spring semester. And these two bars, the darker bar, are potential and high potential candidates. So these are candidates that outperform 50% of all of the 250,000 applicants that take the Gallup Teacher Insight each year. And of that Gallup Teacher Insight, 50% or higher represent that darker bar. And then those who perform under the mean, those applicants are under in that lighter green colored bar. And so if you're into statistics at all, you know that the 50th percentile, if you are an average school system, would see about 50% above the mean and about 50% below the mean. That's not the case in Liberty Public Schools. In fact, during that peak hiring season and across the board really, but in this peak hiring season, 511 candidates applied to Liberty Public School. And of those 511 applicants, 330 of them were outperforming the mean. 181 of those were actually in the top 25% nationally. 181 performed under the mean. So again, if we were an average school system attracting average talent, kind of the typical talent draw from the nationwide applicant pool, you'd see about 50% above the mean and about 50% below the mean, but Liberty Public Schools sees significantly more than that, 330 outperforming the mean, and 181 in that top quartile nationally. So you can see that in terms of striking when the iron is hot, the best time for hiring in our profession and education is during the spring semester, and that's why we call this our hiring season. We do have to hire, like I said, we hire year-round, and sometimes we have to hire in front of this hiring season or even after this hiring season. And even though the quantity of applicants is a lot lower during this window, the quality of applicants, at least from a Liberty Public Schools standpoint, is really not harmed at all. So this slide lays out the quality of the applicants, and we're just focusing on those that are scoring above the mean. So the lighter colored bars are those who scored between the 50th and 74th percentile nationally, and the darker shaded bars are those that Gallup calls high potential candidates, those scoring in the top quartile from the 75th percentile up. And you see that regardless of the hiring season, regardless of the month, the quantity of applicants may change, but the quality of applicants are still very strong. And in fact, most of the time, we actually see more applicants that score in that top quartile, that top 25%, than we see applicants that just score above the mean 50th to 74th percentile. That's really good news for our building principals and assistant principals, whose main objective is to find the top tier talent in the profession. Our recruiting process, Liberty Public Schools is drawing, by and large, the highest quality talent from the region, and we're very excited about that. We're really very blessed by that. So let's take a deeper look at that certificated applicant pool. And again, this is the demographic data for the class for our last hiring season that make up their first year in Liberty Public Schools during this year, the 2021 school year, and the trends going backward in time. So this slide is showing the percentage of our new certificated hires' years of experience by induction class. So to what extent are we drawing folks with 5 or fewer years of experience as educators versus those with 6 or more years of experience as educators? And 6 or more is kind of what we define as the veteran educator. And you see that if you go back to 2001, 2002, the very beginning of my journey with Liberty Public Schools, when I came in to the school district, by and large, the vast majority of our new induction class were made up of folks with 5 or fewer years of experience, 83.5% in 2001, 2002. 81%, 80 in 2002, 2003, but that's slowly changed over time, where more and more veteran teachers are making up the slice of the pie of our new hire induction class, and the slice of the pie that are people in the 0 to 5 year range is getting smaller. In fact, if you look at just last year's hiring class, 64% or so, 64.5% were folks with 0 to 5 years of experience, and 35.6% were folks with 6 or more years of experience. So we're seeing those trends start to change over time, where more veteran teachers are drawn to Liberty Public Schools and fewer brand new teachers out of college in terms of the selection process are being selected to make up our hiring class. And if you break that down into the 6 or 14 year trend versus 15 or more years of experience, you see that those populations are both on an upward trend. So we're seeing more and more of our new hire classes being folks with that veteran level years of experience of talent, and even in terms of the 1920 school year, the 15 or more years of teaching experience outpaced the 6 to 14 year experience. What these data are telling us is that the trend, the hiring trend in Liberty Public Schools, is showing more and more to be made up of veteran teachers who are coming to us from other school systems, as opposed to candidates that are coming right out of college and being hired into Liberty Public Schools. What I like about that data is it tells us that coming into our classrooms, our students are seeing right out of the gate more veteran level experience, veteran level talent. than a school system, say, that would have a significant percent of their hiring class be folks who've never taught before and they're starting their careers in that school system. If you have a really good slice of the pie of veteran teachers and they're coming into a school system with very low turnover, then the teachers that do come to you right out of college are surrounded by veteran talent. We're a very collaborative school system, and so as a result of that, what we end up seeing is those brand new teachers are provided with really the very best support as they learn the art and craft of teaching. It's a great mix for folks entering the profession, and obviously a great mix for the students who are taught by those teachers. So if we peel out of the 0 to 5 years of experience, we look at our trend in hiring folks with no experience. These are people coming right out of college, never having taught before, and they're beginning their career in Liberty Public Schools. You see the slice of the pie of new hire induction class percentage has been shrinking significantly over the years. In fact, again, going back to when I started with Liberty Public Schools, it was about 60% of a new hire induction class had never taught before in their lives. They were starting their career, literally launching their career with Liberty Public Schools. And that's dropped down to where it's about a third now. So from almost 2/3 to a third in terms of the makeup of those new hire induction class, you see the trend over time is more and more experienced educators coming to our school system from surrounding school systems, and fewer coming right out of college, walking into their profession for the very first time at Liberty Public Schools. Now you might wonder, well, why is that? Why is Liberty drawing more veteran talent and hiring fewer folks right out of college? And that's a combination of many factors, but one very important factor is just the teacher pipeline in general. So this slide talks about the percentage of high school graduates nationally that are choosing education as a career. And if you go all the way back to when the Cooperative Institutional Research Program started this research back in 1971, you see that it's been in double digits for a large part of that, dropped down to single digits in the 80s. And for history folks out there, you might know that the publication of A Nation at Risk came out in the early 1980s and did have an effect on education as a profession. Interest in education waned. But collaboration and professional development of teachers also started to explode. And so in the 90s, we saw a resurgence of interest among high school graduates wanting to come into education. But since about the late 1990s, that's dropped back down into single digits, and it's continued that spiral for the last 20 years. The latest data at 4.3% of high school graduates choosing education as a career. So this is concerning to us. It causes us to think, what can we as a school system do in partnership with colleges and universities to affect that teacher pipeline, maybe change that trend over time, because we do have a large percentage of our population of students, grades 9 through 12, that are expressing interest in education as a profession. So we're working on Grow Your Own Teacher programs. We've created a Grow Your Own Teacher program. We're scholarshiping some students, especially students of color, into choosing education as a profession. And then we're mentoring and providing internship opportunities for students that are interested in becoming a classroom teacher. And so by doing that, we're affecting that teacher pipeline. We're linking arms with surrounding school systems who want to do the same thing. And in fact, the state of Missouri as a whole, through the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, has made one of its primary statewide focus areas affecting this teacher pipeline through the promotion of Grow Your Own Teacher program. So we're hoping to see that 4.3% change over time. That should then result in the slice of the pie being brand new educators coming into the profession also being affected by that. Now, another area within this teacher pipeline that is a high priority to us in Liberty Public Schools is with regard to the racial and ethnic diversity of our new hire induction class. We want to change the trend of Liberty Public Schools new hire classes and affect the diversity of our teaching force as a whole over time. Our student population, students of color, have increased steadily over time, but the makeup of teachers of color have not changed or kept pace with that entirely, and so we've wanted to affect that as well. And so more on just what that work has done and how that statistic is changing over time in a moment. But even though this teacher pipeline is diminishing or dwindling a little bit, Liberty Public Schools is able, through its reputation as a school system, continue to attract top-tier talent. This next slide that I want to share with you is our applicant to hire ratio. So how many applications do our administrators have to go through, quality applications to go through in order to select one person for a position that they need to fill? And nationally, we're told that from Gallup is that any ratio above 12 to 1 is really exceptional. That most districts see ratios fewer than 12 to 1 or 10 to 1 or even below. Last year, this hiring season, we had an 18 to 1 ratio. Last couple years, we were 10 to 12, but prior to those 2 years, 17 and 16 to 1 ratios. So in terms of the analysis that we do in partnership with Gallup, they're very excited and reporting to us, and we're excited because of this news that the applicant to hire ratio is very strong in our school system, even though the teacher pipeline seems to be shortening significantly trend over time nationally. As far as applicants who apply to our district, well, we want to know what caused them to apply. And by and large, the strongest talent of applicant that comes to Liberty Public Schools is drawn to us based on the reputation of the school system, and they're responding to advertisements or vacancies that we post on our district website. This means that Liberty Public Schools is pulling applicants to it. We're not having to go out and pound the pavement like some school systems may have to do. And the talent that's drawn to us based on the reputation of the school system and advertisements we post on our district website, that talent is top tier talent according to the Gallup data as well. The two bars in this data show applicants of potential and high potential. The orange bar is potential applicants. Those are folks that scored between the 50th and 74th percentile nationally, and high potential are those that scored from the 75th to 99th percentile nationally. And you see that not only are the strongest talent above the mean talent coming because of the reputation of the district and advertisements on our website, but even that top quartile top talent, the significant portion of them are drawn to Liberty Public Schools because of its reputation. Another way we look at this data is asking applicants what was their initial contact with the school district. In other words, how did they first make contact with our school system? And they indicated that they made that contact by applying directly to the school system through the internet site, our school district website. So again, not because of career fairs that we're going out or recruiting events that we're necessarily hosting, but just because the reputation of the district is what it is. It's drawing that top tier talent, and that top tier talent then seeks out the school system and applies directly with the district. These two slices of data are very encouraging to us because it does show that Liberty Public Schools as a whole is a destination district for top tier talent that want to teach in the classroom. And that's obviously a very strong pull and a strong desire of our school system as well. As far as the profile of these new hires, we see that the majority of the applicants that we're hiring come to us from the elementary grades. 29% of our new hires last year were elementary educators, and then through special services. This would be special ed teachers, these would be speech language pathologists and other special service positions specifically. How they break down across the district, again, these are folks that we hired last year who are in their classrooms and positions for the first time this year. You see that that grades kindergarten through 5th grade, these were the quantities of people that we hired that moved into these positions. And for SPED, SLP, which is speech language pathology, occupational therapy, autism consultant, and a psychologist, those make up the special services positions, and 10 of those were classroom special ed teachers. On the secondary level, a significant number of folks that we hired came to us to teach English in social studies, but you see it spreads out pretty evenly across all of the secondary subject areas. And then as far as non-classroom positions, administrative positions, counselors, social workers, what we call alternative ed positions, this is at the Liberty Academy and the Early Childhood Center make up the balance of those certificated new hires. Now getting back to the applicant pool as a whole, everybody that applies to the district, not necessarily just those who hired, significantly come from the state of Missouri, but as far as those who are in their first year in Liberty Public Schools, 70% of those graduated from a college or university in the state of Missouri. The second most dominant state that we hire from is Kansas, and then the state of Iowa, and all other states make up the remaining 10%. So by and large, a vast majority of folks who teach in Liberty Public Schools got their degrees from a college or university in the state of Missouri, and then second to that, the state of Kansas. I talked earlier about the desire that we have to diversify our teaching force. So these are persons of color as a percent of the new hire induction class year over time. So you saw last year, 8.1% of our new hire induction class were classroom teachers of color, new hire teachers of color. 9.4% of that new hire induction class the year before that, and you see the trend over time. So significant gains in that. If you went to 2013-14, it was 1.8%, and even before that, it was right around the 1 to 2% range. So significant gains in this area because of the desire and priority that the district has made to diversify the staff. If you held this next to the trend of student population demographic change over time, you'd see that there's still an equity gap there. There's still a gap of teachers of color versus students of color, and so that remains an area of priority, and that's why in our Grow Your Own program we specifically have a program, a loan forgiveness program for students of color who graduate, choose education as a profession, and come back to teach in Liberty. Those students can earn up to $10,000 to be applied to a 4-year degree, and like I said, through a loan forgiveness program, then they can come back and teach and work that scholarship off. And so that's in its second year. We're right now marketing to our third class, our third-year class for the Grow Your Own program, and we're excited to see that continue to expand in partnership with the Education Foundation as well. So how do these new teachers, new certificated employees fit in with the whole of our teaching force? Trend over time, this is going all the way back to when I started in education in the early 90s. Liberty Public Schools certificated staff were sitting at about 270 classroom teachers in the district, and it's almost a fourfold growth over that period of time. Last year, 955 FTE, this is a full-time equivalency, 955 classroom teachers in Liberty Public Schools. The education has changed significantly for these individuals as well. Going back to the beginning of this data set, you see about 60-40 had a master's degree, about 60% master's degree or above, and that's been on a steady increase over time. So last year's class, and this is not just the class, this is all certificated staff as well, the new hires as well as all existing staff. 83% of our classroom teachers have a master's degree or above. So Liberty Public Schools values advanced education and teachers continuing to advance their education, specifically to hone their craft and better their skill set in the classroom. And we see that paying off in terms of just the interest in our staff to continue their education as well. Total teaching experience trend has changed over time. So this is the whole of our classroom teachers, not just the new hire induction class. So if you look at all of our classroom teachers, the new ones coming in as well as those who currently teach in Liberty Public Schools, you'll see that 81% last year had 6 or more years of experience. 18.9% were in that 0 to 5 year range, what we call a probationary teaching window. So 18.9%, and that's changed significantly when it was about 68 to 31, about 70-30 in terms of that divisor back in the 08-09 school year. And that trend over time is widening. More veteran teachers make up our teaching force and fewer teachers with little or no experience. And if you look at just those, again, coming right out of college, that's only 2.2%. So of all of the teachers in classrooms in Liberty Public Schools, 2.2% of that teacher force are right out of college. So a tremendous support, beginning teacher support around those new teachers, of veteran and advanced teachers that are there to collaborate with them and help them grow as they launch their careers here in Liberty Public Schools. Now you might wonder, again, why is Liberty Public Schools so able to recruit veteran staff? Well, a big part of it is we have tremendous retention of our veteran staff. Very few of our teachers depart. This is our retention rate, certificated retention rate over the last 20 years, and you'll see it if you go back into the early 21st century. We were at the upper 80s in terms of a percent retention. That stepped into the 90s and hovered right around 91, 92%, and it's pretty consistently been around 92, 93% just in the last few years. So about 7% of our certificated staff turn over year. If you compare this nationally, it's about 15 to 16% of certificated staff turnover nationally. So we're significantly greater than the national average in retaining our certificated staff. And so this really does help us to a high degree maintain a very veteran teacher workforce in our school system, so that when we do hire folks right out of college who are beginning their career for the very first time, they're surrounded by veteran teachers and a tremendous collaborative support group to help them hone their craft in education. As far as the 7% that do turn over each year, the reasons for that turnover look a little like this. The significant or the largest slice of that pie is due to retirement. So these are folks that are leaving Liberty Public Schools for the purpose of retiring from the profession. And then the other large slice of the pie, 21%, are leaving to take another job, and then 16% are due to relos, so relocations, spousal transfers, things like that. So 46% of all of the turnover, and that 7% that turn over each year, are what I would consider a pull reason. Something's pulling them away from Liberty Public Schools, as opposed to a push reason, somebody dissatisfied with teaching Liberty Public Schools and wanting to leave. So this is a snapshot of our picture. The landscape trend over time, as well as the current landscape of our certificated staff, what they look like, what their years of experience are, where they come from, that make up our classroom teachers, our counselors, librarians, and administrators in Liberty Public Schools. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to share a little snapshot of our certificated staff and our hiring process, and why this is our hiring season as opposed to other times of the year, as we look forward to filling our classroom positions for the 21-22 school year. Thank you.